Welcome back to Janice Talks, the channel where we dive deep into the financial markets and uncover the stories behind the numbers. Today, we're tackling a colossal clash, a battle for the future of transportation. Tesla versus BYD. Who is truly winning the EV war? Imagine this. It's the first quarter of 2025. The electric vehicle landscape is shifting beneath our feet. For years, one name dominated every EV conversation: Tesla. But what if I told you that in Q1 2025, the company that shipped the most battery electric vehicles globally wasn't Tesla? In fact, Tesla, the icon, found itself in the number 2 spot. A new titan is rising and is coming on strong from the east. For years, Tesla, under the visionary, if sometimes controversial, Elon Musk, has been the undisputed king of EVs, the company that made electric cool. But a formidable challenger, BYD, which stands for Build Your Dreams, has been making incredible strides. Once primarily a battery manufacturer, BYD has transformed into an automotive powerhouse, and by early 2025, the numbers suggest they're not just catching up, they're pulling ahead in critical areas. Today, we're going deep. Is BYD's current trajectory, its innovative technology, and its rock-solid operational strategy giving it a sustainable edge over Tesla? We'll dissect their financials, their tech, their global strategies, their leadership, and the massive headwinds both are facing. By the end of this episode, you'll have a much clearer picture of who's leading the charge and, crucially, what Tesla might need to do to reclaim its dominance. The game is changing, folks, and the time for Tesla to act is now. First, let's briefly refamiliarize ourselves with our contenders. Tesla Inc., founded in 2003, its mission was clear: to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport by bringing compelling mass-market electric cars to market as soon as possible. And they did just that. Think of the groundbreaking Model S, which redefined EV performance, or the mass-market Model 3 and Model Y, which became global bestsellers. Their supercharger network was a game changer, and their ambitions with full self-driving, or FSD, showcased their technological aspirations. However, as we'll discuss, Tesla's public perception, especially in the West, has hit some turbulence recently, with a significant drop in its US reputation, ranking in the 2025 Axios Harris Poll 100. Now, meet BYD Company Limited. Their journey started back in 1995, not making cars, but batteries, under founder Wang Chunfu, an engineer with a sharp eye for the future of battery-powered transport. BYD, which stands for Build Your Dreams, entered the automotive scene in 2003. Their philosophy? Technological innovations for a better life. A key strength, and we'll be talking a lot about this, is their incredible vertical integration. This means they make a huge portion of their car parts in-house: batteries, semiconductors, motors, you name it. They offer a diverse range of vehicles, including not just pure battery electric vehicles, or BEVs, but also plug-in hybrids, PHEVs, which has been a smart move in many markets. So, we have the established pioneer under pressure and the battery giant turned automotive behemoth. Let the battle begin. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. As investors, we know numbers talk, and the Q1 2025 numbers are telling a fascinating story. Let's talk money. In the first quarter of 2025, BYD reported a total revenue of approximately $23.37 billion. That's a jump of over 36% year over year. Now, compare that to Tesla. Their Q1 2025 revenue was $19.3 billion, which was actually a decrease of 9% year over year. Tesla's automotive revenue fell even more sharply, down 20% compared to the same period last year. Now, profitability. This is crucial. For amateur investors, let's quickly clarify. Gross margin is basically the profit a company makes on its products after subtracting the direct costs of making them. Operating margin tells you how much profit a company makes from its core business operations before interest and taxes. BYD maintained a healthy gross margin of 20.07% in Q1 2025. But here's a shocker for Tesla. Their operating margin collapsed to just 2.1% in Q1 2025. This is down from 5.5% in Q1 of the previous year and way below their historical highs. Operating income plummeted by 66% year over year. So, what does this mean? BYD seems to be managing its costs incredibly well, likely thanks to that vertical integration we mentioned. Tesla, on the other hand, has been cutting prices to try and boost demand for its existing models, and is clearly eating into their profitability. And what about net profit, the bottom line? BYD reported a Q1 2025 net income of roughly $1.26 billion, a stunning 100.38% increase year over year. Tesla's non-GAAP net income was around $0.93 billion, a drop of about 40% year over year. This means BYD isn't just catching up in automotive profit. In Q1, they surpassed Tesla's reported non-GAAP figure. When we look at R&D, or research and development, Tesla is spending heavily on projects like AI and robotaxis. BYD is also investing heavily, especially in battery tech and expanding its global footprint. Now, let's look at who's selling more cars. In Q1 2025, BYD sold a staggering 416,388 battery electric vehicles, or BEVs, globally. During that same period, Tesla delivered 336,681 vehicles, all BEVs. That's a significant lead for BYD in pure electrics for the quarter. This translated to market share. According to TrendForce, BYD captured the #1 spot in global BEV market share at 15.4% in Q1 2025, while Tesla fell to #2 with 12.6%. This is a seismic shift from Tesla's long-held dominance. And if we look at overall new energy vehicles, which includes both BEVs and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, or BHEVs, BYD's dominance is even more pronounced. They sold over 1 million NEVs in Q1 2025. Why are PHEVs important? For many consumers, especially in markets with less developed charging infrastructure, PHEVs offer a practical stepping stone to full electrification. BYD's strength here gives them a massive scale and reach. Let's break it down by key markets. China. This is BYD's home turf in a massive EV market. BYD is a dominant force here. Tesla has a strong presence with the Shanghai Gigafactory, but faces intense competition. Europe. BYD is on an aggressive expansion spree here. Their European sales quadrupled to over 37,000 units in Q1 2025 alone. They're even building factories in Hungary and potentially Turkey. Tesla has an established presence with Gigafactory Berlin, but has seen sales decline in some key European countries in early 2025, partly due to brand perception issues and an aging lineup compared to fresh competition. Tariffs are a looming threat for Chinese imports, but BYD's local factories could help mitigate this. North America. This is Tesla's stronghold. BYD currently has minimal presence in the US passenger EV market, largely due to very high tariffs on Chinese-made EVs, effectively around 132.5%, even after a temporary partial rollback in early 2025. Emerging markets, Asia, Latin America. BYD is making serious inroads here with its affordable models like the Dolphin and Seagull, often tailored for these markets. They're building a factory in Brazil, for example. The big picture? Global EV sales, BEVs and PHEVs combined, are still growing strong, up 29% year over year in Q1 2025. The fact that BYD is gaining market share so rapidly while Tesla is losing it in an expanding market highlights the magnitude of this shift. So, how has Wall Street reacted to all this? BYD stock has had a strong run. Leading up to its Q1 earnings in May 2025, it had surged approximately 75% over the previous 52 weeks and was up nearly 18% in the preceding 3 months. Analysts generally hold a strong buy consensus for BYD. Tesla stock, on the other hand, has seen significant volatility in early 2025. It lost over half its value from its December 2024 peak by early April 2025. While there was a temporary surge after the Q1 earnings call due to Elon Musk's reassurances about future growth and new models, the overall trend has been challenging. Analyst ratings for Tesla are mixed, ranging all the way from strong buy to strong sell. Counterpoint Research, for instance, projects BYD to achieve a 15.7% global BEV market share for the full year 2025, surpassing Tesla, citing BYD's advantages and Tesla's mounting headwinds. The Q1 2025 numbers paint a clear picture of diverging paths. BYD seems to be firing on all cylinders, while Tesla is facing some serious financial and market share pressures. But why is this happening? Let's look under the hood. This isn't just about selling cars. It's about the technology that powers them, how they're made, and how companies get them to customers worldwide. First up, the heart of any EV, the battery. BYD's flagship is the Blade battery. It uses lithium iron phosphate, or LFP, chemistry. Now, for us amateur investors, LFP batteries are generally known for being lower cost, safer, and having a longer lifespan. The Blade's unique structure enhances safety dramatically. It passed nail penetration tests without fire or smoke and improves energy density. We're talking a potential lifespan of over 10 years with 3,000 to 5,000 charge cycles. And get this, BYD is preparing to launch its Blade Battery 2.0 in 2025. This promises even better energy density, potentially increasing from around 150 watt-hour per kilogram to as high as 180 watt-hour per kilogram or even 210 watt-hour per kilogram. Even more exciting is an 8C ultra-fast charging capability. What does 8C mean? It means it could enable a full charge in about 7.5 minutes. Perhaps even more disruptive is BYD's new 1,000 kilowatt ultra-fast charging technology, reportedly capable of adding 400 kilometers of range in just 5 minutes. They plan an initial rollout of 4,000 such chargers in China. This could be a massive blow to range anxiety. Tesla, of course, has its own innovations. They've been developing their 4680 cell, aiming to cut production costs, streamline manufacturing, and improve energy density. By the end of 2024, their Texas facility reportedly became their lowest cost per kilowatt hour producer for this cell. Tesla is also developing LFP versions of the 4680, particularly for more affordable vehicles. And they use structural battery packs integrating cells into the chassis to reduce weight, though this can pose repairability challenges. Tesla's supercharger network is extensive with over 7,000 stations globally as of January 2025, but current version 3 chargers are at 325 kilowatts, with version 4 aiming for 500 kilowatts eventually. Not quite the 1,000 kilowatt BYD is rolling out. Also, supercharger growth slowed in Q1 2025. My angle here? BYD's battery strategy gives it a distinct mass market edge. Their long-standing commitment to cost-effective, safe, and durable LFP technology, combined with these revolutionary charging speeds, is a powerful combination for mainstream consumers. Tesla's 4680 cells are promising, but still ramping up. Next, the race for self-driving. Tesla's full self-driving beta continues to evolve, aiming for high levels of autonomy using its camera-only Tesla Vision. However, FSD is a high-cost option. Think $8,000 upfront or a $99 monthly subscription in some reports, limiting its adoption. It's also yet to achieve full Level 3 regulatory clearance in many key markets. BYD has its God's Eye architecture. Their strategy? Accessibility. They aim to integrate at least L2 plus autonomous driving as standard across their entire fleet, often at no extra charge. The God's Eye system has tiers. God's Eye C, a vision-based system for budget models, offering L2 plus features like adaptive cruise control and even valet parking without a driver. Reportedly standard on cars like the BYD Seagull, priced under $10,000 in China. God's Eye B adds LiDAR, Level 3 capable for highways. God's Eye A, 3 LiDARs designed for Level 3 highway and city, potential for Level 4. BYD is rolling this out rapidly, planning to equip 21 models, many in the affordable $13,700 to $27,400 price range. This massive deployment also generates tons of real-world data to improve their systems. So, is BYD's Advanced Driver Assistance System, or ADAS, a smarter play? For current market penetration, absolutely. While Tesla chases the ultimate goal of full autonomy, BYD is giving tangible ADAS benefits to a much broader customer base today. This enhances the value of their affordable cars and helps them collect data at a massive scale. This might be BYD's secret weapon: its incredible control over its supply chain. BYD manufactures approximately 75% of its vehicle components in-house. This includes critical parts like batteries, semiconductors, electric motors, and electronic controls. This deep vertical integration is a legacy of their battery manufacturing origins and a deliberate strategy by Wang Chunfeng. They even have over 100 internal factories and are involved in raw material sourcing, like lithium mining. Why is this a game changer? Cost control. Making most parts themselves significantly cuts production costs. This is why a BYD Song Plus SUV can start around $21,000 in China, while a Tesla Model 3 often starts above $38,000. They can offer competitive prices, even undercutting Tesla by 30 to 50% in subsegments, and potentially maintain healthier margins. Resilience. Owning the supply chain insulates BYD from supplier shortages and price hikes that have hit other automakers hard, especially during chip shortages or battery material price hikes. Faster innovation. Direct control means they can integrate a new tech, like battery advancements or ADAS, much faster across their lineup. Tesla is also vertically integrated in some ways, like its gigafactories for battery pack assembly and some 4680 cell production. But they still rely on external suppliers for a significant portion of key components, including many battery cells from partners like CATL, LG, and Panasonic. This can expose them to supply constraints and slower integration of new tech. BYD's current level of in-house control is far more extensive and is a core competitive advantage. Both companies are playing a global chess game. BYD is on a global offensive. After dominating its home market, they're rapidly pushing into Europe, Latin America, Southeast Asia, and more. As mentioned, their European sales quadrupled in Q1 2025. They're targeting 800,000 overseas sales for 2025, aiming for 50% of total sales from international markets by 2030. A cornerstone is local production. New factories in Brazil, Thailand, Hungary, and Turkey. This helps avoid import tariffs and tailor cars locally. They're introducing affordable models like the Dolphin Surf in Europe, around 22,990 euros, and leveraging their PHEVs where charging is scarce. Tesla has an established global presence with gigafactories in the US, China, and Germany, but they're facing new challenges in 2025. Geopolitical tensions. US-China trade wars are a big concern. Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory is crucial, but retaliatory tariffs could hurt. They even halted new orders for US imported Model S and X in China in April 2025 due to high tariffs and asked suppliers to explore sourcing outside China and Taiwan for other markets. Aging lineup and delays. Delays in launching new, more affordable models are hurting their ability to compete in lower-priced segments. While the Model Y got an update, the core lineup is seen by some as aging. Brand perception. As mentioned, controversies around Elon Musk are impacting the brand in key Western markets. European sales have seen sharp declines in early 2025 in places like Germany, Sweden, and France. BYD's global factory expansion is a smart hedge against geopolitical risks and tariffs. Tesla, with its brand challenges, might find this harder to navigate quickly. My angle? BYD's wider range of cars, especially their truly affordable models like the Seagull and Dolphin, combined with a strategic global manufacturing footprint, is a key to unlocking mass global adoption that Tesla is currently struggling to match. Beyond the numbers and factories, the people leading these companies and the challenges they face are critical. Let's compare the leadership styles. Wang Chuanfu of BYD. He's an engineer by training, specializing in batteries. Pragmatic, execution-focused, Warren Buffett's partner, Charlie Munger, famously called him a combination of Thomas Edison and Jack Welch for his technical skill and management prowess. Wang has a deep understanding of battery tech and manufacturing, which is central to BYD's vertical integration. He generally keeps a low public profile and avoids political drama. This has fostered an image of steady, efficient growth. Elon Musk of Tesla. A visionary disruptor, no doubt. He propelled Tesla and EVs into the mainstream. But in recent years, he's become increasingly controversial. His public statements on X, his political alignments like supporting the Trump administration or Germany's far-right AfD party, and his sometimes erratic behavior have been directly linked to declining Tesla brand perception and even sales in the US and Europe. While Tesla is still admired for innovation, there are growing doubts about its character and trustworthiness under Musk. This creates significant key person risk, where the CEO's actions can become a direct liability. My angle here? In today's climate, BYD's low-profile, execution-focused leadership under Wang Chunfu provides a distinct stability advantage. Wang's pragmatic, apolitical approach allows BYD to focus on its goals without the CEO becoming a sideshow. This contrasts sharply with Tesla, where Musk's persona is a significant headwind. While Musk's vision was key to Tesla's rise, his current impact is often seen as detrimental in key Western markets. Neither company has an easy road ahead. Both face major hurdles. For BYD, trade barriers and geopolitical scrutiny. As a rapidly expanding Chinese company, BYD faces protectionism. The US has those massive tariffs on Chinese EVs. The EU is scrutinizing Chinese EV subsidies and considering tariffs, even with BYD's Hungarian factory. Brand perception in West. While fading, the "made in China" stereotype can still be a hurdle. Building brand trust takes time and investment. Scaling global service. Rapid expansion needs a huge build-out of after-sales service, parts, and support networks globally. Intense competition, not just from BYD, but other Chinese automakers like XPeng and NIO, plus traditional giants like Volkswagen, GM, and Ford are all accelerating their EV plans. US tariffs on Chinese components. Tesla relies on Chinese components like batteries from CATL. Increased US tariffs on these could hit their US cost structure. They're reportedly urging suppliers to find alternatives outside China. Severe margin pressure. Those price cuts have hammered their operating margins down to that 2.1% in Q1 2025. Stale product lineup and next-gen delays. The Model 3 and Y feel dated to some. The Cybertruck is niche. Crucially, delays in their next-gen, more affordable vehicle, vaguely slated for H1 2025 production start with a cheaper Model Y variant possibly pushed to late 2025 or early 2026, are a massive problem. Key person risk and brand damage. Elon Musk controversies continue to hurt the brand and sales. While both navigate geopolitical storms, BYD's challenges are mainly external, like trade policies, building brand recognition, while Tesla's are a mix of external pressures and significant internal, often self-inflicted, issues around its CEO and product strategy. BYD's global factory plan is a strategic hedge. Tesla's brand issues are harder to fix. So, who has the edge? Let's summarize BYD's advantages as of mid-2025. Sales volume and market share. Surpassed Tesla in global BEV sales and market share in Q1 2025, a trend analysts expect to continue. Cost structure and profitability. Superior cost control from 75% vertical integration, enabling competitive prices and strong profit growth. Battery tech for masses. Blade Battery, or LFP, offers great safety, lifespan, and cost. Blade 2.0 with 8C ultra-fast charging and their 1,000 kilowatt chargers are game changers. Supply chain control. Unmatched in-house production gives resilience and agility. Diverse and affordable product range. Caters to a broader market excelling in affordability. Focused global expansion. Aggressive, strategic global manufacturing and sales rollout. Pragmatic and stable leadership. Engineering-driven, low-profile leadership fosters stability. Now, let's be fair. Tesla still has enduring strengths. Premium brand appeal, though tarnished. Still synonymous with innovation for many, though recent issues have hurt it. Software and AI potential with FSD. Significant investment in FSD and AI could be a long-term differentiator if they deliver a robotaxi network. Cybercab targeting 2026. Global supercharger network. Still a major asset and convenience, though growth has slowed and speed advantages are challenged. Loyal customer base. Passionate owners who act as brand evangelists. Innovation track record and R&D. History of pushing tech boundaries. 4680 cells, structural packs, unboxed manufacturing. My conclusion or bold prediction? Based on the comprehensive evidence from early and mid-2025, while Tesla remains a formidable force with significant tech capabilities, the momentum has clearly shifted. BYD appears better positioned for mass market global leadership in the coming years. Their Q1 2025 displacement of Tesla as the top global BEV seller, stronger financials, mass market battery tech, unmatched supply chain control, broader affordable portfolio, and rapid global expansion all point to this. This is in stark contrast to Tesla's current struggles with declining sales, shrinking margins, an aging core product line, delays in affordable new models, and CEO-linked brand damage. The crown, for now, seems to be shifting. But is this trajectory set in stone? No. Tesla has the underlying capabilities and brand legacy to alter its course. However, it requires decisive strategic shifts, and they need to happen fast. Here's what they could do. Accelerate and broaden affordable vehicle lineup. This is priority one. Launch those next-gen affordable models now. The current timeline for a H1 2025 production start must be met. Any more delays for cheaper Model Y variants or new compacts would be devastating. These new models need to be truly affordable, targeting sub $30,000, ideally closer to $25,000, to compete with BYD's hits like the Seagull and Dolphin. And not just one model, diversify affordable offerings to counter BYD's wide portfolio. Reassert battery and charging leadership for the mass market. Aggressively scale up LFP variants of the 4680 battery cell. This is crucial for affordable models and cost parity. Expedite V4 superchargers to the planned 500 kilowatt to counter BYD's ultra-fast charging. More openness of their network could also help. Address repairability concerns with structural battery packs. Better warranties or more serviceable designs could boost long-term value. Refocus FSD strategy on accessibility and tangible benefits. Offer a capable Level 2 or L2 Plus ADAS as standard or low-cost option on all new vehicles, like BYD's God's IC. Price full self-driving more competitively. The current high cost limits adoption. BYD's inclusive ADAS strategy puts pressure on Tesla's FSD pricing. Continue developing the Cybercab, but provide realistic timelines and focus on improving FSD for current owners now. Diversify and de-risk supply chains. Actively cultivate alternative suppliers for critical components outside of single regions like China to mitigate geopolitical risks and tariffs. Tesla has reportedly started this. Continue strategic vertical integration, but balance it with partnerships for stability and innovation. Address brand image and leadership perception. This is a tough one. Elon Musk needs to significantly curtail controversial public statements that are damaging the brand. A renewed focus on Tesla's products, tech, and mission would be beneficial. Strengthen corporate governance to reduce reliance on one individual. Rebuild trust through actions. Focus on quality, service, and reaffirming the environmental mission. drive further manufacturing innovation for cost reduction, successfully deploy the unboxed vehicle assembly for next-gen cars to hit those promised cost reductions, relentlessly pursue per-vehicle cost cuts across the entire lineup, strategic market prioritization and adaptation, defend and regain share in core markets in the US, Europe, China with tailored strategies, pricing, and features, strategically enter new emerging markets like India with affordable, locally adapted products. Tesla's path to regaining undisputed leadership requires a fundamental shift from a high-margin, aspirational brand to a true mass-market competitor that can match BYD on cost, volume, and breadth while still leveraging its innovation strengths. A huge unpredictable factor is whether its leadership can adapt and stop the self-inflicted brand damage. Long-term bets on AI and robotaxis are fine, but they can't overshadow the urgent need to compete effectively today. So there you have it. The EV landscape in mid-2025 is more dynamic and competitive than ever. We've seen BYD make incredible strides, leveraging its manufacturing prowess, diverse product portfolio, and strategic global expansion to take a lead in key metrics. They've capitalized on a potent combination of innovation and affordability. Tesla, the long-reigning champion, is facing significant headwinds, financial pressures, intense competition, an aging lineup, and brand challenges often linked to its leadership. The data suggests BYD is currently winning many crucial battles in this EV war. But the war isn't over. Tesla has the ingenuity and the brand legacy to fight back. But as we've outlined, it requires swift, decisive action and perhaps a new level of humility and focus. The time for them to act, to truly adapt to this new competitive reality, is unequivocally now. Failure to do so could see BYD not only solidify its lead, but significantly widen it in the years to come. What do you think? Is BYD the new undisputed king of EVs? Or can Tesla execute a comeback for the history books? What factors do you believe are most critical for success in the EV market? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive helpful and want more content like this, please hit that like button, subscribe to Janice Talks, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. Thanks for watching.